tidying the frogs. It's Monday morning. Ah, geez. Right, this is not any way to start a video. Anyway, I have got breakfast pots and gin bottle here, so I'll sit here. You know, but then you've got garbage there, and then the kitchen looks like a cruise missile has come in, so, you know, this is what you get it. Even though I've actually, like, strutted around this morning and done a bit of tidying, which is here. But it's the sort of tidying where there's still lots of stuff out. It's just what I know exactly what I'm doing today. So I am an eBay reseller, whatever that may mean. That eBay reselling to at the moment just means, geez, I probably need to get a real job, because Boris Johnson, he's all about the changes for the worse. Anyway, I do have 13 things to go and post today. So this stuff which I am going to show you is late Friday, Saturday. No, it's only Saturday and Sunday, because I did a post run on Saturday morning. I had 5 things to post, and the lying in over the weekend, because I just thought, you know, it'd be really nice just to get some really good sleep in, you know, either Saturday morning or Sunday morning. But no, because somebody in the neighbourhood has a drum kit. Well, I say drum kit, but they don't use any of the range of drums, you know, which you would hope to hear, you know, Phil Collins drumming, but no, you don't get to hear that. It's just somebody on like a snare drum just going tsh, tsh. So, you know, it's sort of like, is it DIY or is it drums? No, it's drums. It's just drums. So generally that's what's happening at like 8 a.m. on the weekends. So you can't really sleep in. So I just went and did my post anyway. So I had 2 Lego sets and some, like, a shirt which somebody, it was actually a barber shirt which I got for free, which I'd sent an offer for £32. I did a late run, you see, on Friday, and I was hoping that I wouldn't have too much, but then I just thought, well, you know, this guy wanted it for his birthday, and then I just thought, well, I better take it, because the last thing I want is loads of messages about ruining somebody's birthday. You know how these people are. So this is mainly auctions, because I'm running a lot of auctions. I sent a lot of stuff yesterday on auction. You know, like clearing stuff out as well. You see, I've put a lot of Lego that's been driving up the wall on auction yesterday, and I put a whole load of minifigures on at about 9 o'clock last night. And then throughout the night I've had various, my phone goes on to discreet mode, but I've had various offers, you know, like I started it, the bids at 20, but then left it open with offers, and people were like offering £30, £25, you know. But minifigure job lots, and mine does have a few Star Wars minifigures in it, but it sort of seems to range from, you know, going from like £10 to up to £1,000 for a job lot of minifigures. And the thing is that when you're clearing out minifigures, you know, and I cannot be asked with modern minifigures. I did sell a few of them, and in my tidying up I've actually found the accessories which I needed to put with them, which is frustrating. So I've just put on a whole load of accessories in these minifigures, and there's actually 100 odd of them. So I'm just want to see where it goes, and I've finally got a bid on it this morning, so I won't get to have a hassle. I've actually sold 2 things as well this morning, so that's nice. So things that I've sold: last pair of chinos from the wholesale lot that I had. I say last pair, there is another pair, and I've got a whole load of others to list, but the one that I've got which is listed, you know, it would be short-legged for Danny DeVito. It's got this really wide waist on it and a really short leg. But then I sold those Nike things, but they were supposed to look like that because people do like a short leg because of the amount of money that people pay for their trainers. So when you're spending, you know, when you've got like a really expensive trainer on, apparently you have to have a half-mast trouser so that people know that you've wasted money on your trainers. Okay, so chinos were at 20. This person has just paid for this. This was an auction, so this has gone for £10. This is a fat-faced dress. I know what you're thinking, but I don't know. I'm just... auctions, it just pushes the sales through, and I'm hoping that maybe if I keep doing auctions, maybe people will start following my shop, and you know, I'll get people who think they can get a bargain. So yeah, just fat face. I am charging £4 on the postage for everything. This has gone for £10.50 on auction. These things have been on buy it now, you see, and it just sort of like stagnates. The listing stagnates, and then you don't get any interest. So I just think, well, I'd rather start being a bit of a volume seller and getting things out of the door quickly, you know, and taking £10, which is like £5 profit, you know, because £5 profit quickly is probably better than waiting 3 months for a £10 profit. And it, you know, cash flow is important. So that's just penguin. This is going to the USA. It's linen, which is why I picked it up, and obviously nice yellow. And I just thought, well, that'll be all right. But that's sat around for ages. A lot of my buy it now stuff I put on for $14.99. So if I put it on an auction at $9.99 with £4 postage, it doesn't really make any odds. And it drives traffic. This was on auction. This has been on buy now for ages at 20. Didn't go anywhere, and that's sold. Somebody sent me an offer of 7, and I took it because, you know, it's been kicking around for ages. That's just weird fish. I don't know. It feels a bit raggedy as well. This is Uniqlo. This is one of the Andy Warhol ones. Some of the Andy Warhol ones seem to sell quite well. I thought this one would, but it's sat around for ages. It's been at least 6 months, if not longer. Again, £10. This I probably should have held out for more on, but moron. Yeah, moron accepted an offer on it. It's white stuff, it's linen. Yeah, I probably should have held out for more. Somebody sent me an offer. I don't know, I'm quite vulnerable to accepting an offer. I think it was like £7 with the £4 postage. Again, this one's gone on an offer because some of these fat face t-shirts, they fly out the door. Some of them just sit there and irritate you. So that one has gone, I think, again for like £10. This is one of the things that sold this morning. So I was actually quite glad this morning when I looked at it, and I was like, oh great, it's just all closed. So all I have to do is hurl it in a jiffy bag. So I don't have to fiddle ass around with Lego. Because that was it. You see, on Saturday I was rushing because I was like, oh, I've got to get these things in the post. I've got to get these things in the post. I like to get there before you need to get there before 11:30 because that's the only pickup that they have on Saturdays. You know, they may well have one later, but I just think if I want it to go anywhere and benefit from being posted on Saturday, I've got to go there for 11:30. And I had 2 Lego sets, and I like to sort of break them down, make sure that they're lying flat, and put cardboard in them. This won't be so bad with this one. This is a vintage one anyway, and it's got broken plates on it. So I've got a little cardboard box there, and I don't think I'm going to break it down too much. It's got one of these. So that's the set. But because of the construction on this, it's got one of these wheel things. So, you know, yeah, I could take them off and I could put it through card and it would go, because that's one of the things that's the idea. I put it in strong card, lay it all down so that it goes large letter. But I don't think I'm going to get this on large letter size. I think it's just that little bit too big. Sometimes I do take the wheels off, you know, and I can take the wheels off of this one, but because it's old, I don't want to start wrenching around with this because these break really easily, so it's going to go in a little box. I got $11.99 for this, but the intention with these things, you see, is it goes up through there. You have these, you're probably, if you ever do job lots of Lego, you'll find that you have these ones with holes on. So it has these little bricks that go on the top. That's just the steering thing. But you only get them with the 60s, 70s sets. Yeah, it could possibly go flat. I'll have a look at it. I think I will just put it in the thing. The guy who's bought it deals with Britain's, his username is Britain's something or other, and Britain's is like a toy company from the 60s, so, and he knows his stuff, so I'm not going to mess around with this guy because, you know, he will be able to tell the difference between somebody that gives a shit and somebody that's like packed it in a random crappy way. And it's bad enough anyway that there's a fracture on one of the plates on there, and I hope that the geezer has read it. So other clothing things that I've sold. This is mulberry. I've never found mulberry. Why is there a random hair on it? I will be cleaning in here later. So placing a hair on the floor isn't so bad. I was worried that this was fake. But it isn't. I have found this, and it was on, like, I think it was like Brand Alley, and you know, I think you can trust Brand Alley, and it has got branded buttons. It was on for 25, and there wasn't really any interest at 25. It's not like it's a really expensive thing. Somebody offered me 18 this morning, and I took that. You know, 18 is good. So more auction bits, just a basic top with lace, monsoon, another £10 maiden beard, white stuff, just a shirt, that's fine. Now these are good. Now I've said this before, these have been kicking around for a bit, but it's like moving into that season now where, you know, if you're carrying just that little bit of weight, everything sweats. You know, your boobs are sweaty, you go out, you come back, you're sweaty. You know, you're like having like 2 or 3 showers a day if you're like doing anything. So these tops, I find this brand sells really well over the summer months. So these little tunic tops, so I can't think which one of them's gone for 15 and one of them went for full price at 20. So they're both size 16, and they're Manta Ray. Yeah, Manta Ray. So the Debenhams brand. So I think that's quite good. Yeah, so those two, decent prices for them. I mean, who would have thought that, you know, Manta Ray from Debenhams would sell for more than Mulberry? But there you go. So yeah, very basic, like high street stuff, but that's what I'm doing now. I'm doing lots of auctions. I must have had about 30 things start on auction yesterday, what with the Lego that I had. So I've got to like rethink what I've listing at the moment, because I had been listing 10 auctions a day, but I think I'm going to have to drop that to 9 because I've definitely used 100 of my auction allowance already, so that's more than I should have been doing, but never mind. I don't know, I was quite keen to relist some of the good stuff that I'd put on which hadn't sold. Try and get it sorted. I really need to get my barnet sorted. You know, it looks nice, but it's too long and it's, you know, in everything. But I mean, I admit it, I've been feeling a bit low this year, which is why I haven't had my hair cut. But then that's no excuse, because I think when we came out of the last year's lockdown, I went and I had my hair cut. straight out of the lockdown, and I wasn't very happy with the haircut that I had. I wasn't very happy that the cheap place had put their prices up, and I wasn't very happy that my other place had gone out of business because of lockdowns. So I need to investigate somebody else who might be able to cut my hair. I'm going to go on Hume High Street, and hopefully it will have the buzz of Desmond's. But the other place that I went to was gone, but I don't know. I'm going to brace going to one of these other ones where there's so much hairspray that asthmatics don't want to be in there, but you know, needs must. My hair looks terrible. I would really like to just, if drive-by haircuts were a thing, I'd just have a drive-by trim, you know, every like 4 to 6 weeks, just have a drive-by trim. But you know, drive-by haircuts aren't the thing. Even though I live in Moss Side, you can't have a drive-by haircut. Yeah. I think if I wasn't feeling low, I would have like dyed my hair, because I haven't dyed my hair for 6 months now, you know, so it has sort of grown out, even though it looks very pinky on camera. So this is like probably as natural as it's ever been. But I seem to be very brown, not blonde now. Very weird. Anyway, this is what I'm doing today. This is all for listing. I've seemed to have listed about 20 of those green packs, and then all of them are sort of like little bits which have been kicking around. Those are some sets which I need to put on, and all of that, that stuff which has come through recently. So this is a really good one. So all of this Lego that I've got in here, I've spent £5.50 on. I won't actually show you in there. All this tidying up that I've done today, and I've already knocked that around everywhere. I've got in this book. I've got the instructions in this book, this thick book, H.P. Lovecraft. Just straightening them out. So £5.50. I mean, this must be my nan looking out for me, because after I'd bid on it, I realised that, it was a charity auction, and it turned out that it was a place that we'd visited numerous times, me and my mum and my nan, when I was like a little girl. So back in the 80s, Bransby Home for Horses in Lincoln. So this is obviously, I don't know, just no donation that they've had of somebody who's probably like died or cleared out their shed. So this is all 60s stuff. I don't know if it says the year on it. So £5.50, and then like a little bit of postage. It did come by Hermes, and they didn't deliver it. They just left it in the hallway as usual. So not everything's got an instruction set with it. But I've got a police station. That sells for 25. 15 to 20 for that. I think that's like a Swiss chalet. That's the fire station. I have had that before, but I had it boxed, and I think I sold it for like 40. I don't know why the fire station has got an emergency ambulance there, but you know, needs must, I guess. So I think I probably better get 20 to 25 for that. Another, maybe that's the Swiss chalet or holiday home or something. But I mean, we've got 3 little home things here, and they're like 15 to 20. So that is easily £100, because there's other sets there which don't have instructions. And they've actually packaged everything up really nicely, because there's like the caravan, which I know that I had the pieces for that on something else that I was looking at, because I was looking at the windows that I had. So I know that was because I was wondering whether it was going to be worth my while putting that together on another one, but it wasn't. So I know that these are like only like £10 sets. But there's other stuff there. There's a lorry, which this seems to have instructions on it. I might need to take that out so that it doesn't get like all screwed up, but they're not complete. these sets. I know that I have to pull out some of my spares, which I do have, but because of the work that I've been doing to sort of like tidy myself up, I know that I'm getting rid of stuff which is probably like of value to people who do Lego, but anything that's after the year 2000 I'm not interested in. So I'm keeping back spares which go up to the millennium, and then everything else is sort of like going, unless it's something I can very obviously like put together, like this, which has been sat around since Christmas. It's very easy for me to put together. And there's a police set which I've got here. Yeah, I've got a little police set there which was easy enough for me to put together, and there's some other modern stuff, but I'm pretty much drawing the line under it and getting rid and just concentrating on the stuff which I know that I can do, because then when I get it in as a job lot I can deal with it quite fast. So I'll be dealing with that this week, but I am going to be moving on once I've listed all this stuff which is sat here today. So photograph and list that is my goal. Have a good clean up, and then I can start on the backlog of all my clothing stuff which I've got, which I do need to do, because if I'm going to put auctions on, I can't keep like recycling stuff which hasn't sold on auction. I need to put newer stuff on. So that's my goal for the day, and yeah, I'm going to crack on with that now. So I'm going to tie this video up, because otherwise I just forget to put it on and then it just doesn't happen. So the gang are here. Stephen, yes, the gang are here, and they will tell me off if I don't get these things done. I'm going to be focused this week, and hopefully I can start going out sourcing again. I was going to go on Friday and I didn't, because I was still working on what I had. So that's the goal for the day. And yeah, and that's it. So thanks for watching. Let me do it, Siobhan. Yeah, thanks for watching. And Simon, what is your code word for the comments in the video? My code word is Monday Sunday. Huh? Yes, Sibiohan. That's not how you say my name. Is how you spell it. Okay. Thank you for watching, and subscribe would be nice. Yeah, man. Yeah, the goal for this week is to get everything sorted so that we can like just drink and get drunk to Eurovision at the weekend. Okay, yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Bye.